Well, hello there. Out for another Sunday afternoon hike. Have my hiking companion back with me again after his time out on the injured reserve list. We are today exploring once again the Island Ford Trail down as part of the Chattahooche River National Recreation Area. It's a glorious spring day. Haven't been out here since we were here back in January or early February, so want to explore it with the spring growth out. So we will check in along the way, but for now, heading out. Being back out on the trails, he's been cooped up at home too long, so he is wanting to check everything out, but he still manages to be well behaved when others come by and greeting them with his big smile. So he is resuming his role as trail ambassador. Well, continuing on, definitely a lot greener out here, as you can see, than last time, as one would expect. One thing I'll say for this this trail, there are lots of crisscrossing trails out here along this area, and if you're not paying really close attention, it's easy to get turned around or head in the wrong direction if you're not basically checking your path at just about every junction point. I've already had a couple times so far where I've not been paying attention, gone off on one way, check a little bit later and realize I'm off track and have to double back. So it's important to know where you're supposed to be going and then make sure you're actually following that path when you're out here, unless you just want to get all turned around and wandering a lot further or a lot longer than you anticipated. But Buddy's patient with me, doesn't complain too much when we have to double back, so we're continuing on. Continuing on out here, Buddy has continued to be an exemplary companion, well behaved in all circumstances, and I am very pleased and proud with that. But one thing that is a bit frustrating is the number of people out here going along with their dogs off leash, allowing them to range well away from their owners and potentially causing issues. Buddy has behaved himself in those encounters, but I've almost been knocked down a couple times by the dogs bolting around me to get back close to their owners. And of course, those people seem to be totally oblivious to, one, the fact that they're ignoring the trail regulations, which require all dogs to be on leash, and two, completely disregarding, however well disciplined your dog is, you don't know what kind of situation is going to arise with other dogs and other people's comfort level around dogs, and your ability to immediately control them when they're not on leash. And so it's very disconcerting and frustrating to have encountered so many people out here today that seem to be having that low level of regard for others. And honestly, it's really not good for their dogs either, because it just creates potential situations. They may think they're being nice to their dog and giving them some freedom, but it really is not good for them. So that's my little rant for now. We're going to continue on and enjoy our trail despite what other people are doing out here. Well, we've reached the farthest end of the second loop and have started making our way back south. One thing I will say, comparing our time here versus when Buddy and I were out here in January, I think we're making better time. I won't know until I actually compare total time from this one to the total time from our trek out here before. But I think the conditioning, the continual hiking having an impact. When I was out here before, I just had the day pack on. Now, as you can see, I've got my full pack, so I'm carrying a heavier load. Probably a little bit warmer than it was in January, but we're doing better time, I think. So proud of that. Nice to have the ability to kind of measure progress in these sort of ways. So I will let you know how this all compares out. Well, I'm just about back to the parking lot area, so I'm going to go ahead and close up here. It's been a good hike, a good time out here. Buddy has enjoyed getting back out on the trail, and you know, not much more else to say. So thanks again for coming along with us, and we will see you on the next trail.